Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create this warm summer bronzy look. If you want to see how I created this look, please keep watching. First I'm going to start off with my Pure Louise base in shade number 5. And now with my Juvias base palette, I'm just going to grab that warmer burgundy color on my fluffy blending brush. This brush is the 242 from MAC, but you could definitely use anything that looks like it. I'm pretty much just stamping it in on that outer part of my eye because I want the most saturation of color to be deposited on the outer part. I'm just going to sweep that over inwards into the inner part of my eye, blending that out completely so you can't see where the eyeshadow starts or stops. With eyeshadow, you definitely have to remember to take your time and just keep blending it out. If you feel like you have too much product on the brush, clean your brush off or grab a clean blending brush and just keep buffing it out. As you can see here, I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. Make sure to get all that color off the brush so you can have full pigmentation of your eyeshadows on your eyelids. With a smaller blending brush, this is the 221 from MAC. Of course, you can use something else that is similar. You just want to size down in the brushes so that you can apply that color specifically just in the crease, and then I'm just pulling it in towards my lash line and going over into the crease. As you can see here, by using a smaller brush, I have more control over this product and I can specifically put it in certain places. As you can see here, I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. With the smaller brush, you're just going a little bit lower than that first color. With that first blending brush that we used, I'm just going to go into that warmer burgundy shade again, and I'm just blending over the top of those colors to make sure that they're transitioning into my brows properly. If you're afraid that you have too much product on your brush, just grab a clean brush to do this part. So I love using my NYX glitter glue or glitter adhesive to apply my shimmer shadows because I feel like they pick up all of the pigments off of the brush, which helps me to have less fallout. Of course, if you don't have this, you can just go ahead and use the primer that's already on your lid, and that is completely okay. But if you do, try this tip out and then comment below and let me know what you think. And notice I'm also using a flat brush to apply this color on my lid, and I'm pressing it into my eyelids versus blending it out. So it's important that if you're going to put a shimmer shadow on your lid, to use a flat brush or a smaller eyeshadow brush, so again you have more control and you're pressing it into your lids. That way if you blend it, you get less fallout that's going to happen because your foundation is already done at this point. If you're someone that's afraid of doing this, definitely start eyes first. I think the foundation first might be a little bit more advanced for some people who are now learning to do makeup, so start eyes first. If that's usually how you do your makeup, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it. Now stop for a quick second. Just make sure that your colors are evenly distributed on both sides. Going back in again with that smaller blending brush, the 221 from MAC, which is what I'm using right now. And I'm just trying to layer the colors over that shimmer shadow to create a gradient of color that blends out into the darker part of my eye on the outer V. And if I've gone over a little bit too much, I can just grab that flat brush that still has product on it and just go over the edges so there's no harsh lines on my eyeshadow and everything looks evenly blended. So all the products in this look will be listed below. And if you are interested in creating more of these looks, I have the brush set that I use for my eyes listed below, so you guys can follow along with the right tools. With my pencil brush, this is a 219 from MAC, or any kind of soft, dense brush works for this application. Again, with that burgundy, that warmer burgundy color in the palette, I'm just going to smudge that into my waterline. And the reason why you want to use a smaller brush is so that you have more control over where that product is going versus using a blending brush. You risk kind of just spreading that color everywhere. The right tools definitely helps to get the job done, so you guys invest in a great brush kit. Now I'm just going to grab coffee and I'm just going to line my upper lid. So I didn't want to use a black liner because I think for every look that's very popular, and I think browns can be very pretty, especially against those like warmer shades, and I just wanted to show you guys something different. So I'm not particularly worried about how neat that application of liner is because we're going to smudge it out right now with that brown shade in the palette. I'm just using a flat brush to do so, or you can use a small eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going over that brown liner and buffing it out. So it creates a smoky kind of effect. And I didn't want to do a winged liner on this look because I just feel like every eyeshadow look or every makeup look does not require a winged liner. With my black pencil, this is Definitely Black from MAC. I'm just using that to line my upper waterline. And now I'm going to grab coffee and buff that into my waterline and go over just a little bit so I can smudge that out later. With my pencil brush, I'm just going to grab this deeper kind of orangey shade, and I'm just going to buff that around that coffee liner that we just applied on the lower waterline. And now with my flat brush, I'm going back into that brown shade into the palette, and I'm just going over that brown liner and buffing it in, and that's just to intensify that brown just a little bit more. I'm just going to dust away the excess powder under my eyes that was there to catch any kind of fallout. And I'm just going to buff it into the rest of my skin. With my mascara, this is the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black from MAC. This is one of my favorite mascaras because it's actually like a black formula. So now for my favorite part. Anyone that knows me knows that I love lashes. These are the Metal Doll lashes in New New, and I really love these. They're a little bit fuller than I would wear, but I really like the thickness of them and the way they accentuate my almond-shaped eyes. And if you have trouble wearing lashes or putting lashes on, please get an eyelash applicator. It will literally save your life. It helps so much. Now with my Morphe Highlight and Contour Palette in 8L, I'm just going to grab that warmer shade in Enemy, and I'm going to just add some warmth back to my skin just to balance the amount of color out that I have on my face, because these eyes are so warm, it kind of washes my skin out just a tiny bit. So I'm just going to add some color back into my skin by using that color Enemy. The Saharan blush palette in volume number 2, I'm just going to grab that orangey shade and pop that onto my cheeks with a blush brush. Prior to this, I used that brown shade just to accentuate my contour just a little bit more. I love layering blushes, especially I love the way these two colors came out together. from that same blush palette, I'm just going to grab that lighter color because I already know it's going to be too light on me as a blush, but I figured it would make a really pretty highlighter. So I'm just going to pop that onto the top of my cheekbones, and I'm using my Morphe R36 brush. This is one of my favorite highlighting brushes. And because I'm extra and I just love to be golden and glowy sometimes, I'm going to grab Shaft of Gold from MAC and just pop a little bit of that onto my cheekbones and over my Cupid's bow. Now I'm just grabbing my pencil brush and going back in under the eyes just to blend that out a little bit more. With the Shaft of Gold highlighter and a smaller blending brush, I'm just going to go in and pop that into my inner tear duct to make my eyes look a little bit more open. Now we're going to set everything. I'm just going to grab my Morphe setting mist, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply some of that over my makeup. Now we're going to wrap this up with a lip. I'm just going to grab my lip liner in BFF3 from ColourPop, and I'm going to go ahead and start lining my lips with that. I'm pretty much just following the shape of my lips and staying within the lines just like a coloring book. Now I'm going to grab Burnt Spice from MAC, and I'm just going to pop that in the inner part of my lip and start rolling it out. Then I'm going to grab a smaller brush, and I'm just going to start blending those two colors together. Sometimes I find if I roll my lips too much to blend the color in, I end up overpowering the lip liner. So I find that using a brush helps me to get a great transition between my lip liner and my lipstick. Now I'm just going in with that BFF3 lip liner, and I'm just reinforcing my lip line. With the Morphe Freebird lip gloss, I'm just going to go over the top and glaze these lips up. I love the texture of these lip glosses. They're really good. I'm just using that applicator on the brush to help me blend the lip products together just a little bit more. And that is the look, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.